Hello, thank you for joining me today for today's presentation on the power of business process management, how to maximize efficiency. I am your presenter today, Gloria Struthers. I am also CEO of Exodus Management and Consulting. I am a multi industry credentialed professional with a wealth of experience working with entrepreneurs, small businesses, and organizations across a variety of industries. And since 2015, I have been involved in the cleaning industry, first by overseeing contractors and then directed in house cleaning programs. And currently, I am now a cleaning consultant to cleaning operators across the globe. So that's a little bit about who I am and about our company. And let's move on to today's presentation. So, today's presentation is about business process management. However, most companies do rely on business processes to operate effectively, but they often require assistance for someone like me to help them streamline their operations to increase efficiency. So, inefficient business processes result in the wastage of valuable time and resources. One alarming statistic I want to bring to your attention is that IDC found that 20 to 40% of your business revenue is actually lost due to process inefficiency annually. So imagine that you gross $200,000 in revenue and $80,000 is taken off the top, leaving you with $120,000. Essentially, that $80,000 is unaccounted for because it's lost in process inefficiency. So, inefficiency can be challenging to identify because it's often concealed in everyday operations such as inventory management, HR, business applications, and IT. So I hope this presentation today will encourage you to evaluate those top five business processes that are actually known to have the highest rate of inefficiency. I recommend using business process management to not only standardize and improve these processes, but to eliminate errors and gaps and ultimately increase your efficiency in your organization. So, what is business process management? Business process management is defined as a discipline that uses various tools and methods to design, model, execute, monitor, and optimize business processes. BPM actually focuses on putting a consistent automated process in place for routine transactions and human interactions. It helps to reduce your business operational costs by decreasing waste and rework and increasing the overall efficiency of your organization. So you may be wondering, what is a business process? Well, a business process is anything that coordinates the behavior of people, systems, information, and things to produce business outcomes in support of a business strategy. So, business process management is nothing new. It's not a new trend. It was actually founded in 1911 by Frederick Winslow Taylor. This was coined the theory of scientific management. There are actually three approaches to business process management. The first is document centric. Document centric approach centers on the integration and creation of documents that require approval and input from multiple parties. One example is DocuSign. The next one is human centric. This approach centers on any process that requires human intervention with a goal of balancing both automation and human intervention. Last but not least is system, or what we call integration centric. This approach is focused on integrating company wide business softwares with other departments. So that means, how do we get each department to talk with one another? One example of this is CRMs. So if you look on the screen, you see a lot of business systems, you see operations, you see custodial, you see training. All of these systems have to be connected through some form of fashion. That support is what we call processes. Systems support processes which support people. So systems are designed to connect different departments and elements to achieve business objectives. Processes are a series of steps and decisions involving completing work. I know you guys see a lot of this while you're working, processes like cleaning application. How do we clean a restroom as opposed to a cafeteria? All of those systems and processes are designed to connect with one another. So it's important to ensure that both of these elements are not delaying or impacting one another. Everything must work effectively and cohesively for efficiency to occur. But what happens when they don't? When they don't work together or if one is outdated? Well, inefficiency occurs. Inefficiency is the result of a broken process. So you may be wondering, how does that look like in my organization? Well, I'm glad you asked. Some of the symptoms of inefficiency manifest themselves as low productivity, lengthy hiring processes, no documented SOPs, employees inputting information in multiple locations, ultimately increasing operational costs. The top five business processes that actually have the highest rate of inefficiency is inventory management, hiring and recruitment, standard operating procedures, out of date business applications, IT operations, and infrastructure. Remember, we said that 20 to 30 to 40% of your revenue is actually lost, and it's lost in these five systems. We're going to focus on inventory management for the sake of time. What I want you to take away is that businesses spend about 25 to 35% of their budget on inventory costs, which means poorly optimized inventory management can get quite costly, which means it can cost you a lot of money. Uh, Efficient inventory management is a key contributing factor for business efficiency and growth. So, if you have a great inventory management system, you can expect to scale. So, what causes an inefficient inventory management system? One thing is the loss that you occur for overbuying and missing items and stockouts. So, the macro view that I want to bring to your attention is that we know that there is a shortage of paper products, things like tissue and paper towels, that was brought on by COVID. And this is causing an increase in prices. We know that, right? That's nothing new. But the micro view to the cleaning operator is, how do I reduce these consumable costs while upholding environmental standards that maintain yields that do not create final output issues? I'm glad you asked that question, because one way you can do this is to change to a supplier that promotes itself as either a manufacturer selling directly or as a distributor handling large volumes of products at a lower cost. You can also reduce your costs by purchasing in bulk or spending more on higher quality products that need to be replaced less frequently. And last but not least, you can utilize the consumable product cost and usage calculator that is free with your ISSA membership. So, how can BPM increase efficiency in inventory management? Well, the first and easiest way to improve warehouse or inventory efficiency is to implement business process automation. Automation allows you to maintain your current processes and still see significant improvements to your bottom line. So, by simply implementing automating with processes, things like using barcode data, collecting collection devices, and software manufacturers and distributors can dramatically, I mean, dramatically increase the accuracy of your inventory and order shipments. We see that you can get better data, optimize your inventory control, increase warehouse efficiency, and improve customer service. So, what if I don't have the technology or the money to adopt a BPM technology? Well, you can do this manually. The business life cycle, business process management is a continual life cycle, and these five ways allow you to do that. Remember that BPM is all about continually looking for areas of improvements and making changes. Some studies have shown that 30 to 50% productivity gains have been seen or realized because of BPM implementation. So your business can improve upon existing processes by implementing these following BPI steps. So that's my time today. We discussed a lot by identifying where inefficiencies occur in your organization and how you can begin to recapture revenue annually that is lost due to those inefficiencies. The takeaway I want you to walk away with is that BPM focuses on putting consistent automated processes in place for routine transactions and human interactions. It helps reduce the business's operational costs and also decrease waste, rework, and it increases the overall efficiencies of your operations. So if you don't have, you can actually put your questions and comments in a Q&A right now, and we will ascertain those questions. So thank you for your time and your attendance today for this presentation. Like I said, I do invite you to ask me questions or connect with me via posting in a Q&A. You can contact me via phone or by email or visit our website. That ends today's presentation. My name is Gloria Struthers, and I wish for you to have a great day.